Hello everyone, welcome to our first e-lesson on Introduction to Learning, Design and Technology. Here are the 4 objectives for this e-lesson. First, you will review the latest research from EDUCAUSE on different trends in information technology. We will also look at the elements of creative classroom research model. Then we will look at key trends and also important emerging technologies and practices in learning design. So if you're not familiar with EDUCAUSE, I wanted to introduce you to them. EDUCAUSE is a technology association and the largest community of IT leaders and professionals committed to advancing higher education. It's a global nonprofit organization and its members include US and international members from higher education institutions, corporations, non-profit organizations, and also from K-12 institutions. So the main objective of EDUCAUSE is to help clarify the current environment, document effective practices, and highlight how emerging trends and technologies may influence the evolution of information technology in higher education. So moving on to the elements of the creative classroom research model. So creative classrooms are conceptualized as innovative learning environments that fully embed potential of information, communication, and technologies to innovate and modernize learning and teaching practices. So in this model, the term creative refers to innovative practices such as collaboration, personalization, active learning, and while the term classrooms is used in its widest sense as including all types of learning environments, either informal or formal settings. So if you see this model, it has 8 key dimensions and 28 reference parameters. They are intended to capture the essential elements of creative classrooms and to depict the systematic approach that is needed for the implementation and progressive upscaling of innovative and open learning environments using information, communication, and technology. So I just wanted to introduce you to this innovative pedagogical practice, and I thought it's a neat way of doing that. So now moving on to the technology trends. The 2021 Horizon report focuses on 5 trends, and there are like 5 categories, including social, technological, economic, environmental, and political. But for this course, we will focus on the technology trends. So in the Horizon report that you will be reading as part of this week's assignment, they use the term trends and also the term key technologies and practices. So what is the difference between the two? Trend is more broadly education-based, and on the other hand, technology and practices is more technology tool-based. So the way they come up with trends and the development is that they use an expert panel and they do Delphi-based voting cycle that has multiple rounds, and then they do desktop research and discussions to come up with the most important trends in the specific year. So after several rounds of voting, the panelists select the following 3 technology trends as the most important in accelerating technology adoption in higher education for teaching and learning. So if you look at the 2021 trends, the top 3 are widespread adoption of hybrid learning models, increased use of learning technologies, and online faculty development. So these are the main key trends in 2021. And if you go back to last year, these are the 3 trends that were in last year selected as the key trends, and which is artificial intelligence, next generation digital learning environment, and also analytics and privacy questions. So now we will look at the emerging technologies and practices. So they list 6 different technology topics. So in this course, instead of focusing on what they call it trends, we will focus on technologies and practices. So I think they're more tangible and easy for us to build on. So That's what we'll be using in this course. So if you see, the Horizon Report 2021, they selected the project expert panel. They selected a series of Delphi-based voting cycle, and each followed by additional round on desktop, research again for the same for emerging technologies and practices as well. So let's look at some of the technology topics for 2021 for teaching and learning. So, as you can see, these are the number one is artificial intelligence, number two, blended and hybrid courses, learning analytics, micro-credentialing, open education resource, and quality online learning. So in this course, we will learn about, some of these technologies in addition to others. So we'll be focusing on flipped classroom. That's kind of like, one of the forms of blended and hybrid courses. We will be learning about wearable technologies, learning analytics, and mobile learning. We will also look at social network and open education resource. So we do have a variety of tools that we will explore this semester in this course. So then in 2020 report, they have different other technologies as well, adaptive learning technologies, artificial intelligence or machine learning, analytics for student success, elevation of instructional design, open education resource, and XR or mixed reality technologies as well. So if you can notice that adaptive technology, artificial intelligence, and open education research are still there in 2021 as well. So just giving you a glimpse of 2 years of what they proposed. So this was a quick overview of the first topic that we'll be covering in this course. So we talked about the latest research from EDUCAUSE, the elements of creative classroom model, and talked about the key trends as well as the important developments for higher education and learning design. So thank you everyone, and let's have a great week.